welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about everyone's #1 thing to ask me, and that is, how did I know we were done having children? If you guys are new here, then you don't know, but my name's Felicia and I am mom to 4 boys, you guys. 4 boys. Isn't that crazy? Like, something like the odds of that happening are like, I don't know, like 7-12%. I don't even remember. It's so low. It's crazy. You would think it'd be like higher, but I guess it's really not. I don't know. But anyways, after we had our 3rd son, we actually had 3 miscarriages. And so it took us a really long time to get pregnant with our last son, who we didn't know was a boy, which is really exciting. We never had any problems, you guys. With the first 3, they were all fine. I had health issues, obviously, but nothing was wrong with the pregnancy itself. When I get pregnant, I get hydronephrosis. Just because of the way that my uterus and everything is, the baby pushes on my uterus, so I can't go to the bathroom, and then my kidney gets backed up. But other than that, I never had anything wrong with the boys. Everything was fine with their pregnancies. I never had any miscarriages or anything like that. And then all of a sudden we got pregnant after we had Cronin, our 3rd son, and we lost that baby at 6 weeks. And they just told me that it was a blighted ovum because they never could see anything on the ultrasound. Well, we ended up having an ectopic, and I didn't get it removed. They did methotrexate instead, which is why I think I end up having another ectopic later on. So then we had a 12-week loss, which obviously was the hardest loss for us. And I still think about that one every single day. After that, we got pregnant again, and we had another 6-week loss. And come to find out that after me personally electing to have my tube removed because of the pain that I was in, they found out that the baby was stuck in my tube. I had to elect to have that done. They just didn't, like, nobody saw anything. They thought everything was fine. My levels were going down. Everything was like textbook perfect, except for I was having pain. And good thing that I listened to myself, because there was a baby still in my tube, you guys, and it was about to rupture. So after that, we took some time off from trying to conceive, just because I needed to have some hernia surgery and stuff like that. And I wanted to see if waiting gave my body a chance to, you know, figure things out and actually hold on to a pregnancy. So our miscarriage was in like November, December. I ended up having hernia surgery January 9th. And by February 16th or something like that, February, I don't know the exact date. Sometime at the end of February, we found out we were pregnant, you guys. We found out we were pregnant with the last baby, with Sawyer. When we found out we were pregnant with Sawyer, I didn't know it would be our last baby until we got farther along. Because I think that if it would have been another miscarriage, I think I would have wanted to try again, just personally. But I don't know, I can't say that I wouldn't or would have, because that didn't happen. But I don't know why I was not, like, I was not content with just having miscarriages and no baby afterwards, if that makes any sense. So a lot of people say, why did you keep trying to have babies if you kept having miscarriages? And I don't know, I felt like a 4th baby was what was supposed to be in our family. I felt like we needed to have a 4th baby for some reason. It's not even known to me why I felt like we needed to have a 4th baby. It just felt like that's what was supposed to happen. And until that happens, I'm just gonna keep trying. And so luckily this baby, you know, did make it. And so probably when we got to about halfway there, 20 weeks, I would definitely say that that is when it clicked in my head that we're done, you guys. We're done. That is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to have one more baby, and then that would just be done. And I don't know how to describe that feeling to you guys. My friend asked me, she's like, because she was, you know, having a baby too, and she's like, how do I know if I want to get my tubes tied? I was like, if you have to ask yourself that question, you do not want to get your tubes tied. Getting your tubes tied obviously isn't permanent, but what I did get done is very permanent. not to say you can't get pregnant again. Like if I really, really, really wanted to and I had like 20, 30 grand, I could definitely get pregnant again. But I don't, that's not something that's in my heart's desire, and that's not something that is doable for our family. So when I say doable, we live in a 3-bedroom house, you guys. And so it actually worked out best that we end up having 4 boys, because 2 can stay in one room and 2 can stay in the other. And that just seemed right for us, and I don't know how to explain it, but when you know, you just know. It just clicks, you guys. I knew halfway through Sawyer's pregnancy that I didn't want any more kids. And also I had a lot of health problems with Sawyer. I had never had gestational diabetes before, even though being heavier than I am now with Crohn and everything like that. I never had gestational diabetes. I had gestational diabetes this pregnancy. I had so many health problems. He was having problems. He ended up being breech, you guys. I had to have a C-section because he was breech. And it just, with all the problems, and my body, you guys, my body could not handle any more kids. I had to have a hernia repair before I got pregnant again, and they told me after I got pregnant that it'd probably come undone because I didn't give my body enough time to get used to it or whatever. And now I'm having problems with my hernia again. My body cannot take having this many babies. Like I don't think I could have another baby. And I wouldn't want to have another baby just because my body is like on its last limit. I feel like the gestational diabetes and everything like that was my body telling me like, I've done my work. And especially because the baby was breech, it was like, I've done my work. I've provided you with 4 beautiful kids, and now I'm done. Like, it's like, we're in shutdown mode, okay? So I think with all the health problems, and you guys, like, pregnancy is not enjoyable for me, just because I always do have like the kidney pain and everything like that. And then it wasn't this time because I had gestational diabetes and my hernia, you guys, when I get pregnant, before I had it fixed, it would like protrude out. This time I had it fixed and it was so painful because there's mesh in there, and the mesh did not want to stretch, and it was stretching, and it was so painful, you guys. And I ended up having to go to the doctor like 3 to 4 times a week at the end of my pregnancy, and it was just not enjoyable, not enjoyable. But also at the same time, me and Tav just knew we were done. We looked at each other and said, this is it, we are done. And I think you have to be at terms with that. You have to be at terms with that. I will never have another baby. It's never going to happen again. Like, this is it. Sorry, the baby was crying. Me and Tav just talked and decided that my body had already gone through enough, you guys. I had suffered 3 miscarriages and all the health problems. It was like my body's sign telling me no more babies. No more babies. So when my doctor asked me, do you want to get your tube removed? I had no doubt in my mind that that's what I wanted to happen, you guys. And I didn't just have my tubes tied or anything like that. I already had one removed because of the ectopic that I had in November, December. So I only had 1 tube left. And she asked me if I wanted her to tie it or if I wanted her to do another salpingectomy, which means they remove it from end to end. So I told her that I wanted another salpingectomy because it was the most permanent option, you guys. And it's nice to not have to worry that I'm not gonna get pregnant again. Definitely recommend talking to your spouse about it as well and making sure you guys are on the same page. Me and Tav were never really on the same page about having another baby in general. After I had the first miscarriage, he really wasn't on board. But I think he realized that I really deep down wanted another baby, and I wasn't gonna be happy until I had another one. And honestly, you guys, I cannot tell you that after you've had your last baby, you just know, like, my family's complete. Like, I just sit there and I'm like, I don't want another baby. Like, this just feels right, you guys. And it's weird because I feel like 4 is a whole lot less stress than 3, which makes no sense whatsoever, but it just feels like it. And I feel like everything just flows, and it's so nice. And I just feel like our family is what it's supposed to be. And so anyways, when my doctor asked me, and it's so weird because when you go to the doctor's, like when you go to the hospital to deliver, first off, I had to sign the paper ahead of time, which you have to do because you don't want to make any rash decisions. So they make you sign it, I think it was like a month or two ahead of time. And good thing I had a copy of it, because when we got to the hospital, they did not have a copy of it. So I had to show them, like, I have the copy, because they weren't going to do it. I was like, I have a copy of the paperwork. I want to have my tube removed. So that's my thing. Like, if you have any doubt in your mind that you want to have another baby, don't do it, because you're obviously not done, or you're on the fence. And it's such like a permanent decision. Yes, if you get your tubes tied, you can get them reversed. But you guys, your chances also go down. You know, it might not go as great as you think it will or anything like that. So if you're not done, just, you know what I mean? But if you know in your heart of hearts that you're done, I definitely recommend getting your tubes removed or your tubes tied, because it's just so nice to not have to worry. Not have to worry about anything. Like, it hasn't really messed with anything of my cycles or anything like that. It's just nice to know that I will, you know, I can't get pregnant. And, you know, I don't know, and it's just like a peace. It's like a peace knowing that, like, we're not trying anymore, and there's no stress in trying or anything like that. There's no oops, accidents, stuff like that. So I don't know, when I look at Sawyer, you guys, I just know that we're done. I know that he's my last baby. I know that our family is complete, and I don't want another baby. I don't want to have to go through the pain of losing another baby. I don't think that I could do it. You guys, I was really strong for a long time, and I don't think I could be that strong again, you guys. I really, really don't. Like, having a miscarriage is not for the faint of heart. It is very, it's shattering, you guys. You know, some people break up over stuff like that. Some people, you know, they can't bounce back, and it's hard. It is very, very hard, especially our 12-week loss, because that was a baby, and 12 weeks, they're supposed to be viable, or not viable. They're supposed to be, you know, it's supposed to be the safe time to tell everybody, and obviously it wasn't. That's why I said there is no safe time. So if you want to tell your family, your friends, go ahead and tell them, because you shouldn't have to suffer in the dark if you have a miscarriage, you know what I mean? Definitely say that. So like, once you know that you're done, you just know that your family is complete, and that you don't want any more kids. And it's not that I wouldn't love to see another one of our babies with our little faces, and are they gonna look like me? Are they gonna look like Tab? Are they gonna look like their brothers? Is it gonna be a girl? But you guys, we're done, and our family is complete, and that's all I could ask for. And I'm so extremely blessed, and I will definitely say that over and over again. Get over a huge bump, but I'm so glad that we did, and I'm so blessed to have Sawyer here, and I'm just so grateful that our family is complete. I'll just say that when you know, you know. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. Otherwise, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of our updates. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, that's @Felicianicholle, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.